Hi, I'm Isaac, the Toolbox Community Manager, and welcome to this Step 5 in our how-to tutorials for the Toolbox process. The Toolbox is an 8-step process to help anyone implement a sustainability strategy within their organisation, no matter the size or sector. In this short video, we'll be taking you through all of the resources in Step 5 of the Toolbox methodology. The assets contained within Step 5 include the how-to guide, the quick guide, the case studies, and one template, the goals and targets template. Step 5 is about giving staff and stakeholders clear objectives and targets regarding to the progress of your sustainability program. It is also for setting up mechanisms to help track that progress and collect that data relevant to the targets. Outlining such goals and targets gives your organisation a mandate for success. Once you have researched the issues relevant to your organisation, it's time to build out your plan by setting targets, tangible goals which mark success for your sustainability program. In this step, we will be drafting our goals against the issues we've identified, making specific targets, ensuring that they are SMART, that's S-M-A-R-T, which we will come to shortly, sharing our targets with our stakeholders to get their views and approval. Remember, we should be continuously engaging with our stakeholders throughout the sustainability program, and aligning our goals and targets with industry standards and the Sustainable Development Goals. Remember that we are not trying to change our organisations overnight. You need to have targets that are relevant to the areas that you have direct control or influence over. Your targets and goals will be an indicator of the level or standard which your organisation wishes to achieve. These should be bespoke to your organisation. The how-to guide, as shown here, also outlines the detail of the step and gives other key tips and tricks about grouping or categorising your goals and how to use a holistic approach to define your aims through 4 different scales: principles, goals, objectives, and targets. There are also case studies which follow how other users implemented the step when they used the Toolbox methodology, giving you a like-for-like example of how to go through the process. The Goals and Targets template is a place for you to create, log, and categorise all of your chosen targets and goals while keeping them in line with the standards which you wish to adhere to. So, without further ado, let's go into our toolbox and take a look at the Goals and Targets template. The Goals and Targets template is a place for you to create, log, and categorise all of your targets while keeping them in line with the standard which you wish to adhere to. By filling in each column, you will be able to form a clear basis for reporting in Step 8, or to better inform your existing reporting structure. So let's go through each of the columns. Under Principles, we will record our key themes, under which you can group related goals and targets. Your principles may have already been outlined in Step 1 and 2, or have been formed in Step 4. These could also be your existing company values. This column helps your targets to stay relevant and will help indicate how you meet your vision and mission in the reporting stage. The goal column should be a supporting general statement about the desired outcomes. Again, some of these will also be defined by your sustainability policy. Your objectives should be specific statements of intent. Thinking about the work that needs to be done, as well as the benefits produced by the outcomes, can help realise what these objectives are. Specific targets are then made in this column to measure progress in achieving your objectives and goals. Hitting your target doesn't always mean that you have eliminated all impact in that field, or that there isn't any further room for improvement. But by setting a specific target, you can ensure that you are aiming for a certain end and you have an idea of what success looks like. SMART stands for 5 characteristics, and they are specific, so making sure you include as much detail as possible; measurable, and this can be quantitative, which is numeric, or qualitative, which is the stories that you tell. They should be attainable, so realistic. They should be relevant, and that's relevant to your organisation's mission and your organisation's policy and your organisation's issues. And they should be time-bound, with a deadline for completion. Key performance indicators help to realise which output characteristics will help to demonstrate a target is on track. These are broader than the objectives, but are often linked to your standards, legal requirements, and/or business case. Your targets create a reference for these indicators. It's recommended that you use the Global Reporting Index standards here, as these are internationally recognized indicators and will be coherent to reporting. However, you can use your own indicators if you wish. Lists and links for SDGs and GRI standards can be found in the Lists tab at the bottom of this template for reference. The UN SDGs, or Sustainable Development Goals, are the 17 interlinked global goals outlined by the UN in 2015 to be a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet, now and into the future. Each of your targets should, in some way, go towards the ascension of one of these goals. In the Industry Standards section, you'll be able to align your goals with any relevant industry-specific standards that may have been left out of other columns. Our template recommends that you take stock of how you are progressing towards targets every quarter. However, you can tailor this to suit your organization's own reporting cycles. For instance, you can make the reporting cycle monthly by adding 8 more columns and making it 12 columns in total. So those are our tools in step 5. You should now have a clear set of goals and targets to help your organization progress to a more regenerative operation model. In the next step, we will be creating a plan in order to follow through on the targets that we've set here. This will include creating a sustainable sourcing code and devising initiatives both internally and externally from our organization and stakeholders. If you need any help using the tools or resources in step 5, or you just want to talk about standards and certifications with somebody who can help, just email info@sustainabilitytoolbox.com and we'll be happy to provide you with the support that you need. But for now, enjoy creating those targets and engaging your team, and we'll see you for step 6 of the Toolbox process.